Hey guys, welcome back to an FPL recap. This is actually the second take of the FPL recap, so I forgot to hit record. So, yes, this week I'm joined with Fee. So, hey Fee.
Hey, again.
Poor Fee had to do this again. It's my bad. I don't know what happened. I think I didn't hit record. I hit the wrong button. So, anyway, with that, and hopefully the commentary will go faster and probably be better because we actually make watch these games twice, unfortunately. So this week we're playing Phantos' team. Phantos is a cool guy. Their team is actually in playoff, currently in the lead to make playoffs. So good for them. Yeah, so this should be a tough matchup this week. If we win this week, we make it to playoffs, and so we really want to win this week. And for that, we're going to start the first game of the week, which is BBloom versus Suave. This was supposed to be a meme game, but BBloom memed harder than Suave did, because BBloom decided to bring Lead Smeargle and Vincoon, and Dual Dance Landorus, which, you know, very memey. No one runs that ever.
Nobody runs that ever. Never seen that.
And meanwhile, this guy had a Jigglypuff. So we're already to a bad start. So let's go ahead and get the game started with. As you see, we lead Smeargle, as we always do, and we just score. You know, very friendly game. We get our rocks up. We get our webs up. So he gets a 3-turn sleep, and we just boom. And yeah, and Jigglypuff goes for a track. So it's already a good start. When you see the Jigglypuff go for a track, you know. But he Thunder Waves the Venomoth as we just get paralyzed internally. But the only two moves he can hit us with is Knock Off and Endeavor. That's pretty nice. We keep getting paralyzed, but does it matter? Probably not. So we're just gonna quiver up a little bit, and just quiver up again. As we finally gonna break through, and we're gonna kill the Jigglypuff, the biggest threat to the team. If we didn't kill this thing, we auto lost. Like, there's no way we're killing that afterwards. So he goes into Zapdos, as we're probably gonna outspeed and kill it, but nah, it's actually Scarf Drill Peck. So good job. So we go into our Landorus, and we're just gonna rock polish up,
Dance up.
swords dance up. What good friends do to each other, man. This is so sad. This
is actually sad.
So Landorus, if you can't see the writing on the wall, the Landorus is gonna win. Because the Alakazam is not Sash, so it's just gonna die. And the Zapdos and the other thing is definitely not gonna live. So even SD's on the Zapdos just to spite him. How evil. So, I already started on the week 1-0 because Suave just destroyed his good friend Champloo with the Jigglypuff. Very sad. But we take those. So, starting off on the right foot. Yeah, fast game. Going to the next game, it's NU. I'm actually sitting this week, which is probably for the best because I've been losing so much. But we got Tsubasa playing NU. He's the other NU main on our team. So I felt like just give him a chance, get him outside of Let's Go for a week. Looking at the teams, his Passimian is a big threat just because we don't have really a good switch into it. I guess our Delphox can, but like it's not even defensive Delphox. It's a Calm Mind. So we'd have to play around that a little bit, and it definitely can come in a few mons we have. So we have AV Yama, Scarf, Braviary, Calm Mind, Grassium Z, Delphox, and then the other three are just standard sets. So with that in mind, we're just going to go get the game started. We'd off with Yama as he left the Slowbro. We get out of there and go to Helio as he just clicks Psyshock. I think that's Fizdef Slowbro, so just keeping that in mind later. Which means our Grassium Z Delphox can kill it with +1 Grassium Z easily. So goes into the Rhydon, and he scouts for the Grass Knot smartly and goes to Braviary, which is a good play. He goes for straight Supersonic Shy Strike, which actually kind of surprises me because like if I was in that position, I would always like click Bulk Up because you know Steelix may be coming in. I guess you wouldn't beat the Steelix first turn, but why would you go burn that if you have Steelix is probably the biggest switch in the Braviary? But
Yeah, I feel like.
Go ahead.
I feel like revealing your Z move turn 1 is always, or like as soon as you can, it's kind of like.
Yeah.
It's a big risk because they can always just switch into like you said, it can switch into a resist or just something that just eats it completely, and it's like, well, you just burn your Z move for no reason. But
and this has to be probably bulk up Braviary. Like you don't run Supersonic Strike Track or a Z move, you're not bulk up offensive. So I would have bulked up first. You weren't breaking the Steelix anyway, but at least you scouted what you would go for, or just go for a regular move. I don't like anything superpower. I don't care. But he went for that, and yeah. So we live because he's a Blastoise. We get a Scald off on it. Don't burn, but I think we can throw off a Toxic here, which is a good play. Assuming he was Roost. But we lose our Blastoise, which is kind of annoying. It's one less switch into Passimian, and definitely one less switch into Slowbro. So losing that is really early is bad for us, I think. But we think we just trade rocks here, which is fine.
Yep, get some chip on and the right on.
Yeah, which is nice just for the Helio, getting rid of it or stuff, or the Braviary especially. We go into Yama here. So he can predict the Stone Edge immaculately. I think we just killed it right on. So this is good. Our Braviary is freed up a little bit, but he just can go straight into so I guess he goes into Slowbro. Which, like I said, we don't have any switch into this, so we just kill it to Steelix. I'm surprised he went for. I guess I am surprised he went for Skull, considering we went Helio earlier. And I think Psyshock's free, in my opinion. I don't know why we wouldn't click Psyshock. I mean, I guess Delphox, you're scared of it, but like, still. I would have clicked Psyshock. Anyway, doesn't matter. We didn't go for Helio that play. So we go into our Hirayama, which he tries to kill up Thunderbolt, but we live that because we're AV and we just killed the Helio. Which Helio's broken, so anytime seeing Helio gone is just nice. So our Delphox is the one away winning this game because it can threaten the Sabali here. We just throw off a Fire Blast to the Braviary, but he can just go into Passimian right here and just claim one. I think this is fine. Switching to Yama just to sack it, which he doesn't even. It still lives. Which the only thing this does for us is we just get more bullet punch damage. But still, Yama's dead, so it's probably the sack game pretty much right here. He goes into Delphox, we just throw off a Fire Blast and sacks the Savali. But he can bring out Passimian, and I think the play, like I mentioned, I think the play was going to Braviary here on a knock, because at least that would put him in a position where you can, like, say, U-turn, get the Helio on the Slowbro or something like that. I think U-turn there was, I think Braviary is the best play there, but he didn't go for it. So we sacked the Delphox, which I think is the best way of winning. We can still win this game if he say clicks U-turn right here, because then you kill the Slowbro, and then it does come down to a 50-50 between hitting close it becomes a speed tie essentially to win the game. But yeah, it's better than doing this, which you just auto lose pretty much. Well, whatever. Can't kill the Slowbro, and we just he just sacks his Passimian a Brave Bird recoil. So it was a close game. I think then the end game could have played a little bit better for Tsubasa. I think that matchup is pretty bad, so to make it so close is pretty nice. But the end game didn't go his way. So with that, we are tied 1-1 early in the week. Which is if I played this week, I probably done the same thing, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so Tsubasa's one time to shine in NU, he loses, so back to let's go for him. Back to where he deserves to be.
Oh, jeez.
Tsubasa is the GOAT. He is probably the second best let's go player in this whole thing, so besides who we play later in the week. But anyway, so we're now 1-1, and I was really looking forward to this game. AM versus Dennis. Dennis is cool. I like Dennis. He's just like, I think he's on his like third retirement from On, so. But he's back at it again, playing for FPL because that's what he does. Playing AM22. And so quick backstory. So you know, Zygarde 50% was banned recently. And I'm on this wave, like even right after it was banned, where like I think Zygarde 10% is just a fine fill-in for Zygarde, and it's still good in OU now that its older brother's gone. Because nowadays people are building for because people don't expect Zygarde, they'll build for it less. Most teams they just replace it with
Chomp.
Which is that works too, but I think that it's the speed plus like just the raw power of Choice Band 1,000 Arrows is also just a really good fill-in. I think it's viable in this tier. It's not be like it's not gonna be anywhere close to where Zygarde 50% was. Like if there's like a VR, I'd say it's probably in C tier, somewhere around there. But like I think it's still viable. It should be considered because it just threatens a lot of builds. It threatens
like
offense, threatens slow. So
yeah, like I said, 1,000 Arrows is such a good move, and people stop like building around because like that's honestly like that was one major reason why like Zygarde 50% was so good.
Yeah,
it's just mono 1,000 Arrows, right?
I mean, if you just look at his team, like his whole team is threatened easily by Zygarde, except for the Scizor. So if he'd had something like say he went Celepex, he went like a Celesteal or something like that, or Ferrothorn. I don't know how much. I think Ferrothorn probably. Ferrothorn's a little still a little better I think than Scizor because it just threatens it with Ferrothorn it's a little slower at recovering than Scizor is because Scizor has Roost. But looking at the game as a whole,
Garaball might just Oko the dog though.
You know, maybe, but isn't like Gyroball the rare? You run Power Whip more nowadays, don't you?
I'm pretty sure Power Whip would also Oko dog. I'm not even like.
I think it would definitely Power Whip. We're definitely living Power Whip, but if we're so fast, Gyro may kill. But anyway, looking at this game as a whole, Heatran on our side is really good. His best switch in is Hoopa, which takes 50% from Magma Storm, so not really great for him. And plus he has a Scizor, so whenever Scizor is out, our Heatran can come in and it just breaks through his team. So playing smart for our Heatran is gonna be the biggest key to winning the game. Like I said, Zygarde is not as good because he does have that Scizor, which can eat most hits. I think it's like it's not even a 3-hit KO. It's a 4-hit KO would kill the Scizor. So that's
that does about 30 to 40. Yeah. So
yeah, I think I know in the game it did 33. So another thing is if we can get rid of say the Scizor or the Hoopa, our Alexander's a big threat as well. We have to weaken the Hoopa first before we can beat it. But the Scizor is also just the issue, but the Scizor also is what helps us because our Heatran is so good. So if that were to start this game, if they lead off of Coco, we lead off of the Rotom, and a turn 1. The Rotom's
I'll
gone.
turn 1 here.
Yeah, I guess he went for Z Wild Charge there, which not the optimal turn 1. I can say that much. I think switching into the Bulu was fine, but I guess he was just confident he would live anything. But
I guess if we were so deaf, we might have lived. I don't know the calc off the top of my head, but he's physical, so that's like for sure the only way with Oko or Rotom.
Definitely. And but losing Rotom early kind of sucks because it does do decently against his team. There's another pivot into Scizor. It kind of deals with the Heatran as well, and it definitely can switch into the Lando, which is a Scarf Lando. So it would have been nice to have. Losing it is fine. We still have the Heatran to break through, but like it would have been a nice mod to still have. So he goes straight into Scizor. We just Horn Leech because Scizor just pretty much walls any variation of Bulu. But this gives us, of course, a switch into our boy Tornadus, and I think we just U-turn here, which makes sense. This gets our first. I watched this game again, and I still can't remember how the first turns go.
Yeah, I think we were predicting a lot at the beginning, and then we just realized because we're trying to like capitalize or not capitalize. We're trying to recover losing our Rotom in turn 1, so we're trying to play a bit more. but then after a while, we just he wasn't making too aggressive doubles, so we started like switching out with what was in front of him.
Yeah, and at this point we get our rocks up, and which is really nice because he's making so many switches early game. We go into our BBloom, and I think he has a switch out here, and he goes into his lander. So this is a good play because we double into the heat train expecting the Scizor. So we can't stay in here. We go into our Tornadus as he just earthquakes. I'm sure we just click U-turn again. And then we're back where we were before with our, or we haven't got to that yet, the Alakazam. So, a nice double. So right now he goes for defog. We just get off some damage with the 1,000 arrows. Just 62. That's really nice. Getting it, the lander is low, so we can only switch into rocks twice. But here we go for Magma Storm. You see it as 55%. So right now the hoop is already low. Can't switch in again, pretty much. It goes for Gunk as we go into Tornadus, which is fine. We think we just U-turn again because it's free. And he goes for Scizor here as he's pretty much forced. We put him in a position he's forced to recover. So
yeah,
we'll take advantage of that and go to our Heatran. So this is where the Heatran just really started just tearing through his team because he has to start picking things. We get our rocks up again, which is really important in this game. These toxics. It's pretty much. This is probably. As soon as you see Toxic Protect, this is definitely just defensive Tran, which is also really important to know. It's slower than our Heatran. So no
yeah, so it means we can, once we get rid of Landorus, we can freely just put up Earth Powers without worrying about 50-50s between, like, do we Magma Storm or do we Earth Power?
Yeah.
And Earth Power is just so good against the team. He has Toxic Effects, his own Heatran. It after another Rock Switch and it kills who deals. It probably OHKOs, or it kills Tapu Koko at that range too.
Yeah. So he defogs our rocks away, but we can get him up later. We just keep U-turning because it's just free, as you say. I think we get rocks up here again as he U-turns into his Landorus, but like we're still put in a position where we are free to. Well, okay, we hover Z, which is fine. But now our rocks are easy. We can get rocks up on Scizor and stuff, and it's really nice to break through the scene. He does predict this time going to our Tornadus as we die. This gives us a pretty much free Zygarde, but as you see here, it's not doing enough. So, but it still puts in a position he has to roost. So once again, we go back into our Heatran, and I'm sure we get our rocks up here, as we should. But right now, I mean, you can't switch into anything. Like, his Toxapex is the best switch in, but we are always clicking Earth Power. There's no reason not to. So it's just looking really good for our Heatran.
Yep, and here we can just click
doubles
Earth
here,
Power.
but like we already say, what is this doing to us? We just can Earth Power it twice and kill it. And as we do go for that, Scald's not doing anything. So Toxapex is gone. So that doesn't.
You
really
know,
help
it might have
with
been Rocky Helmet.
You know, you could be right.
I don't think we ever touched it.
I never would have seen him do it. Like, yeah, I mean, I know
it's a thing in Ubers.
Yeah, so that's a strange one. But yeah, so you predict the Hyperspace Furies. You go into our BBloom, recover up, just keep it healthy. He has to once again roost here. He's forced to, so we can get our Heatran back in and just throw off another. I think we just throw off the Earth Power.
Yeah, because again, it kills Hoopa after switching to rocks, and it kills the Coco.
Yep. So knowing that we're faster, we just safe to click Earth Power again. He has to go into Hoopa as he goes into Hoopa. We go into our this boy as he predicts it and just get gunk. But now he's locked into it because we know it's Choice Band. We just go right back into our Heatran, and once again click Earth Power because it's free. So
yeah, this is a really good endgame for us.
Yeah, has to go back into his Hoopa as we're just gonna sack something because we're not sacking this thing.
Yeah.
Sack the dog. So we can go right into our Alakazam here as we just click Shadow Ball to kill it. And at this point, the Heatran wins. Unless we dodge, he dodges every single Magma Storm we have as he kills with the knockoff. We win. So, but it doesn't happen. We just kill the Scizor Magma Storm. So that was very well played. The Heat Train was huge in this game. It got, let's see, how many kills did this thing get? Did it get every single kill? It got everything on single kill.
It got a lot.
It killed 5 Mons, and then Alakazam killed a Hoopa. So this was I don't know why we did build a team so weak to Hoopa in this day and age, given that Tran is such a big threat in the ORS metagame. It's one of the best Mons in the tier, so. But anyway, we took advantage of it, and it really worked out for us. So
I think it was just, that was like the combination of like he brought Scizor and he was also just weak to ground moves. So like we just had the one Mon that is both the fire type and carried an earth ground move.
Why are you bringing Scizor with no counterplay to Heatran? It doesn't make sense, but to each their own. So I mean, at least bring Balloon-Tran.
Yeah, exactly. Like if that was Balloon-Tran, it might have been different. Like we couldn't have touched it with our own Heatran at that point.
It would have made it a whole lot more annoying if we had Balloon-Tran, because he wasn't really switching. He didn't have to switch it in on anything, like. So it would be really hard to pop that balloon. But yeah, regardless. We are now up 2-1 going into the Ubers match. And now you can see Fee's playing this game. So he's probably going to lead the game more. Talk about it.
Yeah, so when we brought our team, I actually hadn't had time to mess with this team. One thing that like stood out to us when we first loaded it is we didn't have rocks. So we were just like, I don't know what to lead with, but luckily we have a Zygarde, and I feel like Zygarde's always a safe lead because they're either going to lead their rocker, which usually can't hit you back unless it's like Arceus Fairy, but even then you get Father Form like most of the time. Yeah. But he leads Groudon, which is again excellent for us because we're a Zygarde. We have 1,000 arrows.
Yeah, and he just.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what he was predicting.
I feel like there's no reason to stay in unless you just want your Groudon to have more damage.
Yeah, maybe he thought we were gonna sub and he was just trying to break it. I don't know.
I feel like it's a hard play for no good reason.
Yeah, because it benefits us, right? It puts us closer to Father range.
Yeah.
This is a problem.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a good way to kill it.
Yeah, we're really lucky.
We realize it's like.
We're really lucky you missed Toxic there because I mean it's annoying if he hit it because this bird is so good against his team.
Yeah.
Dealing with Pharaoh and stuff. But yeah, you can see that Sacred Fire did nothing because it's defensive.
Yeah.
But we do get a burn on it, which is very nice.
Get a burn. Means we can swap around more freely against it because it can't touch us. It can only Toxic, which is why you'll see we switch into our Poison type slot into this.
Very smart. So we're not Mega'd yet, so we can't trap it, but it's fine. I think we just get a Hex off. And we
that does nothing because it's just nice to death for.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just want to chunk it later, and then the later point we get our Hex in.
Yeah, this is smart. Go back into our Ho-Oh, which is also Defog. So we're running double Defog, by the way.
Yeah, it ends up being pretty decent because he's a hazard stacking team.
Yeah,
but we also have Toxic Spikes, so it's kind of like, do we like get rid of his hazards? Do we get rid of our double spikes?
Double Defog, T-Spikes, beautiful. It's just fine. I mean, this thing can get up T-Spikes a lot this game, so it can just, even if you defog it away, it can still get them up. But yeah, this thing's annoying just because it's harder to kill. Like the only thing I can kill it is our Gengar, but we don't want to like risk it too much. Don't like switching and stuff.
And here we want to poison something before we defog our hazards away, so we just roar it out. We figure either like anything that's not a steel type would be good, so we have a pretty good chance of doing it.
This is good because Giratina can deal with Fistmon pretty easily. Precipice only does 30, so
we just defog the hazards away at this point because, like I said, we just wanted a Toxic one thing at least.
Yeah, that's a good play. We double into that. It's a good play for us. And I think he just goes into. I think we sub up here, don't we? Yeah.
Yeah. We set up a sub, but we don't set up because we're worried about the Mars Shadow coming in and stealing our boost.
And he goes.
So we just fire off.
Yep,
we fire off raw 1,000 arrows.
Good play. So This is really nice because we can end this. Will let us set up. This is DD Zygarde. I forgot we mentioned that. Because if we remove this, we can just set up and it's pretty much free at that point. So we go into this, and now that he is down to 1 Life Orb hit, we are pretty much free to set up with Zygarde. So very nice.
We misplay a bit here because I didn't realize that we could just like we could have gone Zygarde here and just set up. We could have subbed and set up and pretty much subbed this whole. But I wasn't sure how what we would have fared because we were 0 attack Zygarde. So I wasn't worried if we had enough firepower to end.
Yeah, I mean I would understand why you wouldn't go there as well.
Yeah, and if we at a certain point if we just let the hazards come up, we just wouldn't be able to defog anymore because Poe is weak to rocks and our Giratina is pretty low. Yeah. So I figured we just play it safe and get rid of all the hazards and just kill this.
That's fine. So we're just letting our Giratina die. I mean, we still have decent checks to say the Peon, so we can just kind of let this die. Goes into Permaground on here, so we just defog, keeping those hazards away.
We're scared of Stonage here, so we just sack our Giratina.
It's a fine play.
I think he reveals not to be Stonage, or not. I think we find out later he's not Stonage, but
strange.
There's no we don't want to risk it.
Yeah, but we can get our Gengar in here and kill that because it's trapped. Get some good damage off from this, but we can't stay in because he's going to be recovering too much, and we don't want to risk it because he doesn't protect. So we're just going to go into our this boy. So right now we still don't know what the Arceus is, which could be a threat depending on.
It's always scary. Yeah.
Comes out. And I think he'll go out through here. No, he just sacks the Pharaoh. Okay, this is when he comes out with it. So he comes out with Arceus Flying, which Arceus Flying, I know this much is it's not a common pick, but it's a really good stall breaker. And we are, as bulky as we are, this could be a huge threat because there's not enough Mons and Ubers that resists flying. So it can just run Judgment, Mono Judgment, Calm Mind, Refresh, and Recover, and just beat almost all bulky teams. So this was a huge threat to us.
Yeah. So they're usually just one set. So we would Toxic because we have Haze and we can also Toxic it. So we force them to wait for a turn refreshing.
Yeah. We go into our Arceus Dark here as he just switches out into his Marshadow, and we go for Whirlpool.
Yeah, we reveal Whirlpool, which I thought would give us away as to what set we. But he makes a play later that kind of. It makes me think he just didn't know what we did.
I never seen Whirlpool Arceus is the one thing I probably never seen in my life. I don't know if I ever will see it again. But he goes back into his Arceus Flying as we get a Toxic off. This forces him to click the Refresh as we just go into Arceus Dark, and we're just gonna click Whirlpool again as he just Calm Minds up. But I guess he didn't know what, like I said, he doesn't know what the set is. We are a Paris Trap, Arceus Dark. So we go for Paris Song. Of course we die next turn, but it doesn't really matter because we still have a trapping Gengar to go into.
Yeah, and we always debond here because if he doesn't attack here anyways, he just dies to perish.
Yeah.
So
he has to click. So that was a perfect way set up to kill it. There's no. Once he let us Whirlpool it and get a Perish Song up, it was over for that.
The game was over. Here we're still scared of Geomancy or Z Geomancy, one of the. So we're just clicking Haze and Recovering because we don't want to die to a boosted Xerneas.
That's smart. It's probably like I said, it's probably Choice Scarf.
Yeah, well, we're pretty sure it's Choice Scarf. He just ended up forfeiting there, so I'm pretty sure he's just locked into that move.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so with that, we win that. We're now up 2-1, or no, we're up 3-1. We only lost one game, so yeah, we only win one more game this week to clinch it. So going into it, we are playing Yu of Gloomont the Great versus Nozermat. And as you can see, Nozermat brought Stall, which is you never want to see it, obviously. But with us, we have a great stall break. We have a good stall breaking core between Crawdaunt and Specs Curum. This is SD Waterium Z. The only things I can switch in to that would probably be the Aggron and the Aloe, and they can't touch us back. So if we can get this thing set up with one SD, it just tears through the team. And then once it kind of rips to his team, Kiram is really easy to set up, easily set up to break his team as well. So our matchups, stall matchups, fine. But we have to have, I guess
we have to get lucky on people reads.
We don't have to get lucky. We just have to get not lucked. As he turn 1, we lead this. As he stays in with his Aggron, if he clicks Focus Blast and we miss it, as he clicks Heavy Slam. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Aggron died from that. So missing.
Yeah, he wasn't Spadef. We calculated later, and so we knew he had 0 Spadef, and it pretty much died.
Yeah, and then so we double into our big meaty claws, just to also help break through, get an SD up, so it goes into Mantine.
This is like top 10 moments before tragedy strikes. I like how you froze it right.
Turn 3. We're already getting double hacked. So this is bad because we can't break to his team. He goes in Aggron as he just doubles back into Mantine if we burn our Z move. So this is already not good. So with that out of the way, we now, like, our game plan is to use our Kiram, predict correctly almost every single time, and make doubles to force them to not recover, and to like gain momentum. We have to keep momentum up constantly to win this game. So right now we're just kind of playing around. I'm just gonna skip this game because I imagine y'all don't want to watch stall. So
yeah, I honestly think like once the Crawdon got burned, it just became like monumentally harder.
It did.
And like we had another chance to break, but you'll see, like, hopefully we catch it where like our second chance to break just like fell through.
Yeah. So kind of playing this out. Yeah, so right
there it is.
We get a double. We double into our Infernape on his switch to Mantime, as he just stays in to roost, but we click Stone Edge, which would have killed him. If we killed it, what would happen was the Kiram would be able to come in and pretty much they can just click Focus Blast and such on this team and kind of just break through it a little better. It's one less thing he can switch into is our Kiram. So us missing that really sucked. If he was able to recover fully, and now he can just easily switch out. So like 3 times in this game where we had good opportunities to help us win, we missed, and it just keeps going. It's really ended it almost for us because he's not going to stay in with Mantine anymore on the Infernape. So it's not pretty. So I'm just gonna skip through it. I'm just gonna let you know we already lost this game. We can't break through. We do get like 2 kills, so that's nice. But
yeah, after a certain point, we're just PP. Like we're getting PP stalled too, because unfortunately moves like Combat and Draco and Focus Blast only have like 8 PP.
I don't know if y'all can see this, but like you can see the right here, he brought in the Alamola. First turn we use Close Combat, he's slower. The second time he goes before Close Combat, so he is running Aqua Jet Alamola. So there's a little fun fact. So anyway, he switches out there because he's about to die. It's fine. We just switch out. Just keep skipping. We finally get a kill, so that's very nice. We're not going to get 6-0 today. And we actually get 2 kills, so we'll take that. But yeah, at this point we're straight up just stalling out turn just for fun. And by fun I mean not fun. But yeah, so we lost to stall, got lucked a little bit. Nozermat just has luck on his side. He's lucked a few people in this tournament. But yeah, what can I say? I mean, you live by the hex, you die by the hex. What are you gonna do? So with that, we are now 3-2, and the thing is, our last 2 games I think are really tough. I think it's probably the toughest matchups this week. We have Shieldpoke playing Ezza, who is a tier leader for Let's Go, and so he actually knows this tier like very well. He enjoys playing it. He plays it more often than probably anybody else. So with that, he's probably the best Let's Go player. That really sucks for Shieldpoke, who doesn't play it at all and doesn't really like the tier, to be honest. So that's not looking good. And then on the other side, we have we have a Colby and then one playing Travis for RU, so it's actually the next game we're gonna play. And Colby hasn't played RU in a while, so this is kind of like getting back into tier. So it was kind of like scary at this point, I thought. Colby brought this Webs team, which I really like. He has Shuckleberry Deancy to lure things like the Zygarde and Flygon to go for ground moves that kills with Moonblast. Choice Spexion Mega, and then the other 3 standard Mega Blastoise, and such as that. So, looking at this game, I think Shaymin's is a big threat to our team, especially with what set it is. You'll see when we first start. And like, the Metagross is also pretty scary too, if you just look at it. Let's go and get the game started. We're just lead off of Araquanid because he wasn't stopping us getting webs up at all. But he clicks sub, which is annoying. So we're forced. Well, we're not forced to. We go into Yanmega as we resist the Sea Flare. We don't get a Spadef drop, which is nice. We can just click Bug Buzz because it goes through sub. But you see, he flinches us, and this is really
flinched,
bad.
Yeah.
This is huge because right now, if he flinches us again, something has to die for us to break the sub, and then at that point, we just lose a lot of pressure to his team. So this sucked. We're pretty much staying here to hope he misses, which he does. So we kill the Bug Buzz. So that worked out. Turn 2 looked bad, but then turn 4 made up for it. Turn 3 rather. So we go into Araquanid here, knowing he's gonna click Bullet Punch more than likely, as we just liquidate because it does a lot. Which it does a lot. That's just so much damage to this Dragaji. And we get a defense drop, and so he can't stay in. As he goes to Blastoise. We get another. We go for another one, and we get another defense drop. So we're just getting lucky with this. But we decide to Toxic here because we want to keep our webs up. So by getting him Toxic, he just keeps kind of killing himself. So we can just spam webs at this point. So we just do just that. He does go for the kill, so we keep webs up, and it's pretty much right now webs are up for stay because his Blastoise are gonna die right here to 1,000 arrows. So he brings in his Flygon. We don't know if it's Scarf or not, so he goes for the Dragon Dance. So
Dragon Dance.
Yeah. Don't know what his full moveset is yet. But yeah, so he goes for Iron Tail, which right now it means we can't go in our Deanty afterwards, because if he has like Fire Punch or something like that, we live +1 Earthquake. With Deanty, we can just throw off a Moonblast. But since he's Iron Tail, we definitely died of that. So we have to play around a little better. So we pretty much assume this is Z. So we go into Blastoise and we double back into our Salazzle to bait that and predict it. And he does go straight for that, which is great for us. We can go Blastoise and live anything he goes for. We Mega as we just click Ice Beam because it kills whatever comes in pretty much.
Dragaji is fat. That's one.
Yeah, it is very fat. I mean, it has good Spadef, so.
Yeah, but it's under web, so we have speed. Nice
yeah,
webs.
Definitely. We always have speed because also Dragaji is really slow. We do click Earthquake here. Earthquake, Dark Pulse. As he reveals he is Specs. So he has Scarf that's kind of a little more annoying. So luckily he's Specs, so he's slower than us. Goes back into Flygon as he has to kill us to attack us. So we're going to go into our Deancy here. So, just looking at their plays. Firstly, they can just click Iron Tail. They assume they kill with Iron Tail. They do not kill with Iron Tail. They do, but the chance of them killing us with Iron Tail is like a 6.4% chance roll. So
yeah, it's really tiny.
You're not gonna go. It's probably not the best move to go for. So the moves they should go for right here are Dragon Dance up, and Iron Tail after that. And hope you hit it, which that would definitely kill. And they live a Moonblast. Or go into Metagross on the Moonblast, and they can just Meteor Mash whatever comes in. I think Zygarde probably died Meteor Mash into
BP
Bullet Punch. So and then at that point your Flygon. And at that point, you just beat the Deancy. So,
yeah,
that was the play for them to go to. Because
yeah, I feel like Metagross in.
Sorry, what?
I feel like Metagross going in was definitely the play. Because
Yeah,
Flygon hasn't died 1,000 arrows. I don't think.
Countermeasure to that we would have to go for would be to go to double into Zygarde on the Metagross. But anyway, so they just go for Iron Tail as a miss because it's 75% accuracy. Go for it again, and we just kill the Flygon. So, well, yeah, missing does suck because it removes the chance of killing the Deante. You weren't killing Deante regardless anyway, more than likely.
Yeah. We just needed to get one Moonblast off, because after that we would just spam 1,000 arrows.
Yeah, because I mean, if they did hit that, we would be. If they killed us, we'd be complaining about hacks and about rolls. So however you look at it, it looks like hacks. He goes to Metagross as he just minior matches, but at this point, we just win over our Zygarde because he can't kill us with BP. So with that, we played that in-game pretty well, and recovered from a few things. Not missing the Air Slash turn 4 really helped us out with our Yanmega. Otherwise, it'd been really scary. But yeah, so we won the week with that game. But we do have one more to go, and that's Shield Poke versus Eza. This game was played on Tuesday, so it's a pretty late game. And looking at it, I think Eza has the Mega Bro right here, and Mega Bro is a huge threat to this team. Like, you don't have many countermeasures to it, and there's nothing that really can kill it. Cause it's a defensive Mew, and I think it just beats everything. So with that, we're just gonna start the game. He's off Nidoqueen, and I guess he realized at this point that Slowbro does beat his team, so he just throws a Toxic turn 1 because that's the only way you're breaking this thing.
Yeah, he hit the crit. I'm not sure if it mattered or not.
Yeah, I don't know if it mattered. Rocks have been nice, so if it did matter, getting Rocks up there would have been great, but regardless. Going to our arrow as we kick Crunch, and that does 32.
32, nice 32.
That's crazy. So we go into our Mew, because it's the only reception we really have. Throw off a Will-O-Wisp, which is smart on the Muck. We think we U-turn straight into our Melmetal. I think he predicts that and then goes for no. He has Fire Blast, so he's gonna go for Fire Blast here. We just double iron.
Yeah, and my Metal Spadef is pretty trash, so we take over like about half.
Yeah. Going to if this is our answer to Slowbro, you know, it's you have problems. We think we click Earth. We meant to click Earthquake there. I don't think it mattered. I'm sure, given that Crunch only did 32, Earthquake from a Poliwrath is not going to kill a Slowbro. So it was that Toxic didn't really matter because we can just go into our arrow here and kill it. So same thing, same situation happened regardless. At this point though, Melmetal would come in free because it just eats Earthquakes for days. And he just kills it with double Iron Bash. So it's not good for us. You click Earthquake here on the Melmetal, he goes into Zapdos. I think clicking Ice Punch been the best. I don't think it really mattered anyway. We still got damage on us. At least he would kill the Zapdos. But
yeah, we wouldn't have lost. We would have had him muted for like an extra hit or something.
Yeah.
Which might have mattered, considering that only thing it outspeeds is
But like I don't know. I think D-Knight just wins regardless because they can.
Yeah, that's true.
We Wisp it as it just agility's up. Our D-Knight's the same set, which is agility, outrage, earthquake. I don't know what the last move they usually run, but it's nothing that's metal. There's nothing we can lock ourselves into right here that wins the game. So we had the agility up. We have to click outrage, and outrage is not killing the Melmetal. So just go ahead and skip.
We could have. Wait, I forget what is he revealed to. Yeah, Ice Punch kills anyways. Yeah. I say we could have roosted and hoped that the Dragon Knight like confused itself and tried to roost up to full, but yeah, he had Ice Punch, so I'm pretty sure we lose like 100% of the time.
We were the rare mixed D-Knight.
Yeah, if we had Fire Blast or something.
Agility, Fire Blast, Reiko, whatever, all that stuff. But anyway, we lost the game. It's fine. We still win the week, but it was a tough one for Shield Poke because as it just play this tier for fun. But yeah, the most important thing is we got out of the week with a win. So for that, we actually have clinched playoffs. We are currently the 2 seed out of the 4 seeds that are available to make playoffs. And there's a very good chance we actually will play Phantos again week 1 of the playoffs because they will be they're currently the 3 seed. They still have a chance to not even make playoffs, but odds are they will. They have to lose this week, and they have to have other teams just do very well. So more than likely they'll make it. And if they do, there's a chance we'll play them. More than likely we will. So it's nice seeing this win just kind of give you hope that we could win a series. Defensive team is good. I won't say like they're pretty good. But I think we'll have a good chance. We'll have a better starting lineup this week. I've just been kind of moving people around. I have of course they have SEB starting, so having SEB in here is a lot better. But yeah, so with that, thank you all for watching, and yeah, we'll have another FPL recap next week. I may do a playoff preview just for fun. We'll see when I get there. But yeah, thanks for watching, and see y'all next week.
Bye.